Curiosity. What are you so curious about? Everything, Mr. Curiosity.
Could you clap again, Mindi?
Sure.
That's the begin the podcast clap, all right? It's not just any podcast, it's recorded on Valentine's Day.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, we are feeling the love today.
We know you're not getting this till after, but just so you know, this is Valentine's recording, brown bag edition, Mr. Curiosity podcast. So we have Mindi, we have Jon, we have Nikki, and myself answering your questions, and they are, look at this. Do you see them?
Overflowing.
Today, I'm going to crown this day fast and furious. Let's just get through a lot of them. Not uncomfortably fast, just better. We
not
can do
uncomfortably
better.
fast.
Yeah, no, we'll slow down in future episodes. The questions are building up. There's too many.
So we got to get through.
We got to get to them. But Mindi, you wanted to say
power
something.
round?
I was going to say, not only is it Valentine's Day, also we are recording on the day of the huge parade in Philly for the Eagles.
We were just talking about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Eagles parade, Valentine's Day. It's Friday. We want to get out of here. We
Big
love
day.
even if you love your job, you just want to get out of it.
Oh,
do.
of course.
Is there anyone
Yes.
who
On
loves
a
their
Friday?
job and wants to stay there?
Not really.
That could be a question for Brown Bag.
That could be.
Could you love your job and still not want to leave it?
I'm sure some people do want to stay.
You want to stay?
Yeah,
Even
I love
after
my
8,
job
9
and I'm ready to go.
I'm ready to go.
It probably all depends on what's waiting for you at home.
Yeah, I guess so.
That's
true.
Oh, good
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
All right, so who's going to get us started here? Mindi, I think, because, she has the red shirt on and she's
I'm
already.
ready to go.
I like how you plucked that one right out.
Just
and
right
I
off the top.
I didn't set that up, but I mixed them up and that thing ended up
It
at
was
the top.
like standing
Yeah,
out.
that's
Yeah.
an oldie. That could be.
Oh, it is
that
an
could be
oldie.
5, 6, 7 years old.
It could be.
5, 6, 7 years old.
Why,
The early ones weren't crumpled, so that's how you know they're stripped.
why do we call it a speed limit when that's normally the minimum speed we drive at? And on 81, you got to add 10 miles per hour to the speed limit. Example, the speed limit is 65. Everyone's driving 75.
They should call it the speed minimum because that's what
It's a really good point.
They should.
never thought of.
But if you get pulled over, the police officer will, in no uncertain terms, say how many miles you were going
I know.
over
Over
the
the speed
limit,
limit.
and you will be cited and ticketed
Yeah.
as such.
The funny part is anyone who goes below the speed limit, they're frowned upon, I think.
They
right?
are.
You think, like, look at that idiot.
That's
So
true.
it
When
is
you think on
interesting.
81, if someone's even going 55,
Yeah.
how
Right,
slow it
right.
seems that they're going.
It feels slow. Yes.
And the old wives' tale or folklore or urban legend is that the cops don't care up to like 10 miles over. I don't even know if that's true.
We don't know
Everyone
if it's
really
true.
thinks that. But is it true? They can nail you for 2 miles
They
an hour.
can.
They can.
Yeah.
They really can.
I think they're worried in court, though, because, 2 miles an hour difference, your equipment may have been off. And then you can probably get out. I don't know.
So sometimes I'm driving to work in the morning and I
Uh-oh,
see John
uh-oh.
Meyer.
What?
Whoa.
Wait a minute.
John
Stop.
Meyer in the
Wait,
wild.
before you go on, are you going to put him in some unlawful
Am I
act?
about to be accused
Yeah.
of something?
Well, I just say I know what your car is.
And what's he doing? Give us this.
How
I
does she
mean-
know what my car looks
I
like?
want
I
to
don't
know
know.
what Mr. Goody Two-Shoe was doing.
I see John Meyer whiz by.
Really?
John, this surprises me.
I do.
Wow.
And I think,
Oh, my.
I'm going pretty fast.
Oh,
Am I allowed to plead the fifth?
I think you can. Yes, you can.
or just
yes.
say it's an illusion or something.
Yeah, it could-
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's not
I
John
can't
Meyer.
believe I'm hearing this.
It could
There's
be-
lots of cars that look like
I was going
mine.
to say, there's
Right.
a lot of Toyota
Right.
Highlanders.
Yeah.
2:30 in the morning.
There's a lot
On
of
Interstate 81
citywide.
coming north.
Going
Yeah.
north.
Toyota Highlander is a common car.
Yeah, it could be anybody. Although she probably only sees a few cars on her way to work.
I know. I do.
Mostly trucks.
Well, Nikki, what kind of a driver are you? Be serious. Are you like an average to slow or slow to fast or aggressive? Where are you at?
See, I think I'm a good driver.
Good.
But it depends. Sometimes I go really fast, and sometimes I just don't even realize what I'm doing. I'm going a little slow.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And let's be clear about our drive to work. It's unlike anyone else's drive to work or
Yeah,
drive
there's
to
nobody
anywhere.
out.
Yeah.
It's driving, and sometimes we can go on 81, and maybe you pass one car
Yeah.
or a truck or
Right.
something like that. There's no one on the road
No.
at 2:45, 3 o'clock in the
That's
morning.
why I noticed.
And that's what she notices.
And I just had this thought as you said this.
She has no proof.
Is speeding one of the acceptable only crimes? Like
It's
if
not
you're-
really acceptable because
If you
get
sport-
points on your license.
No, but what I'm saying, you could be the most moral, kind, wonderful person, and if you said, "Yeah, but I break the law, I speed," people would be like, "That doesn't count."
So,
Is there any?
so
Yeah.
her saying this about me, people aren't listening, being like, "Oh my gosh, he has a big flaw."
What I'm I'm saying everybody does it, even the most kind, moral, law-abiding person.
It's funny because when we're going somewhere, Rennie just, anytime she sees a police officer, she's like, police officer, as if I've got to slow down. I could be going the speed limit. She just makes sure that I know. And then I think, what do the kids think?
Oh, yeah.
When it's like, oh, we're calling up. There's the cop, and they're looking for, they're making sure
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
not going fast, but we are going fast. It's just kind of funny. But you're right. Speeding's the one thing that I think people would be like,
But if you get caught, your insurance
Oh,
goes up.
and the price of the speeding ticket, so you shouldn't
Crazy.
speed.
It's so expensive.
I have a good lie that you guys can use, John, in the future. When your kids
the
say
lies
stuff.
don't work.
No,
Oh, go
a good
ahead.
lie for your kids. When they say, like they're taking their test or they're 15, they're getting ready to drive, and then they're like, well, you're supposed to, and why does daddy go faster than the speed limit? You say, oh, after you've been driving for 10, 15 years, you can start doing that. So that way you can confine them to following the rules, but then once you get older and seasoned, then you can break them a little bit.
I don't know if my kids would have fallen for
They
that.
wouldn't have fallen for
I don't
that?
think so. I think they would have. I don't know.
Well, I used to tell my kids, oh, yeah, when I was 18, 19, I used to always go the speed limit. But then once you get older, they let you go a little bit.
Oh, that's so funny.
It's a good way out of
I'll
it.
file that away.
Yeah, don't
All right,
forget
pick a
that,
question.
John, for when your kids are getting their driver's licenses.
I can't
It is
believe
true,
Nikki
though.
is throwing around
I can't believe that
accusations on the
either. That's hard to
podcast.
believe.
I
Oh.
have been waiting to bring that up.
Wow.
She's
It felt
been
like a
holding
good
on
time.
to that
I
one.
I
have
didn't know this
been.
was going to be an intervention.
Could be.
All right. This is from Ed. Why do parking lots and roads get really white the colder it is? I get it's the salt they put down, but it seems to be brighter when it's really cold. Why does this happen?
That's a good science
That
question,
is a
which
really
I
good
may or
question.
may not know the answer. I know exactly what he means.
I do
Picture
too.
a cold, dry winter day. It's 15
Yes.
degrees. The road just looks white because of all the salt that they put on there.
Parking lots, everything.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't see
So-
the lines when I'm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would guess it is the salt that's there, and any moisture in the air. If it were a little warmer, it'd be a little moister, and then it would give it not as a frothy look because it's very low temperature and the salt crystallizes. And I bet you that crystallized salt reflects a lot of light, like snow.
Maybe because it gets so dry, too,
That's
that
what I
there's
mean.
just
So dry.
no moisture.
Yeah, no moisture because warmer air can hold more water vapor. So if it's really cold, it's really dry, and the salt must just flake and crystallize on the road, and it gives it that white look.
All right, that's exciting. Nikki, did you want to choose a question?
Well,
Power mode.
We did promise a fast
We're
one.
moving through.
All
Why
right.
do you guys never dig? Why are you going to keep picking from the
Well,
top?
I can't really reach it to dig. I'd have to stand up,
All right,
climb
don't-
over.
All right, don't dig. I
not
can
gonna
hand it to
dig.
you, though. I can hand you the bucket.
Oh, this is a good one from Anne. Are Jon and Joe really good friends outside of work? Do you,
Oh.
do you guys do anything together not related to WNEP? You guys
Oh,
are pretty
yes.
awesome and missed you all the years I was in Florida.
Oh, now that's
They
nice.
go out for coffee together. They like to go and,
We're
go,
like Ernie and
go
Bert.
golfing.
Ernie and Bert.
Yeah.
What is the nature of our relationship? I can be honest and say John is the kind of guy I would love to hang around with. But
Yeah.
he's a,
But-
he's
but
a married guy. He's 10 years younger than me. We live about an hour apart from each
It's
other.
funny. I could see Joe and I hanging out all the time.
Yeah.
But have we ever really socialized
I
much?
don't think
I mean,
we-
we've been at things at the same time, but
Like
rarely.
a company thing that then lingers. We've hung around, but we have not done anything together ever in our lives
No.
outside of work.
I think you need to change that.
I offered him bike rides.
And we totally could.
And he
Yeah.
skis, I don't ski. I bike, he doesn't bike. And then we both like to hike, but if we went hiking together, I'd be uncomfortable.
Be uncomfortable. Why would that be? But it would be.
It doesn't have to be.
If we met up somewhere to
You
hike, it'd
guys-
be weird.
you guys have-
Why would it be
I don't
weird.
know. It just
You have to get over that.
We're
It's
not
something in your
homophobic or
soul.
anything. It's
No,
not
no,
that.
I'm not
It's-
saying that.
It's just weird. I
Get
don't
over
know
the
why.
awkwardness is what I'm saying.
I don't want to do anything with just one guy. It's got to be a group.
But
Well,
it is
maybe
one
we should
one
all
thing.
go.
I
Yeah,
think
if we all
Okay,
go.
if Nikki and I went too,
Then
it
it's
wouldn't,
fun.
Then
it
it's-
wouldn't be
yeah, then it's
awkward.
gonna be great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Group hike.
Well,
Group
think
hike.
of something. What can we do together? Seriously. Let's start this.
We could go bowling right after work.
Some lady asked me yesterday, "Is Joe really coming over to your house to have a beer in the sunshine?" Because it was going to be 40
That I
degrees.
could do.
Yeah, that'd be fine. That wouldn't be awkward.
Believe it or not, if you said let's meet at a bar type restaurant to watch a game, have some chicken fingers, and drink a few beers, I would do that with you.
Yeah.
That's
But you
okay.
don't watch a game.
I would. What I'm saying.
Oh,
just to
okay.
But
be
even if we
close to
just
it.
went to the bar to get some beers,
Yeah,
that'd be normal.
that's okay.
Okay.
There's got to be something communal with other people there.
But one of
Okay.
the big thing is that Joe lives a half hour, 25 minutes one way.
Yeah,
I live
that's what I
25
mean.
minutes,
There's
half hour.
distance
So it's an hour
separating
apart.
us.
So there you
True.
go.
Yeah. So
Good question, though.
Good question.
Yeah.
And I love the guy, and I think we could be good friends. What about the 10-year age gap? Does that matter?
No, I think once you get
Yeah,
to
I
this
think
age,
we're
it
the
doesn't
same. We're
matter.
kind of the
right?
It kind of matters sometimes.
Jeez. All right. I
We're
don't
both
think
Gen
so.
X.
Yeah, we're both
Barely.
Gen X. So
Barely
what?
Gen
We're both
X.
Gen Xers.
You're almost a boomer.
Almost. Hey, boomer.
No,
Is that the
I'm
line?
almost
Hey,
a
boomer?
millennial. Ugh.
You're almost a millennial. Oh, you're close, huh?
But I'm not.
But you're not. Okay.
All right, next question. I think we're going through these pretty good, right?
Yeah.
We're zipping along. If bakers are artists and artists suck at math, also a fact. Is that true that artists all suck at math?
Probably
And
stereotype.
bakers are artists. Why do they use denominations of 6 and 12? You would think 5s and 10s would be easier math to figure out.
Wow, the amount of math
Like
in that
the
question
baker's
hurt my head.
dozen.
A deeper question. Why is everything 60 based? I know the answer to this, but I may have to think about it. Do you guys think about that? Like, why are there 60 minutes? It goes back to ancient Egypt, I believe.
But they're talking about like a dozen eggs, like 12 eggs versus.
Something with the hand. Sean, you're going to look this up? Why is?
I'm looking.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
something with the hand. Let me think about this.
It's
Is it
funny
the-
just hearing
1,
those
2,
numbers
3,
in there,
4,
like,
5,
I know.
6,
made me
7, 8,
shudder.
9, 10, 11. There's some, you got 12, some combination of 12 in the hand. That's how it all
Only
started,
if you're
with 6,
really
12.
deformed.
No. Is it-
Stereotype's
is it
true
You don't
with
count
me.
the thumb, 4, 8,
Oh,
12?
I'm not good at math.
He's looking. Why
But
is
are you an
everything
artist?
60 based?
Well, I
60
guess we're
based.
kind of artsy
300
with our
Figures,
profession.
dozen stuff, which I don't know.
Don't look at that.
Oh.
Look at 360 degrees, 60 minutes, 6, 12, dozen. Everything is 6 based. There's a reason. It has to do with the hands. The ancient
Mindy.
Egyptians did something. Why don't you pick another
Pick
one?
All right.
Well, Sean,
Oh, wait,
gets
was
us
that
the-
Joe's question? Or?
Yeah,
Yeah, that was
yeah.
Joe's
So
question.
there is I think a little thing with art and math, and right?
But
Yeah.
you know what's interesting? I feel like musicians actually are often very good at math
Yeah, and they're
because
artists.
because just
the repetition.
yeah,
the
just the
cycles.
way you have to understand the notes and the
Interesting.
A
We
lot
don't
of
wanna
times it's very
stereotype.
math.
No.
That
Rhythm.
does seem to be the generality, doesn't it?
Yeah, I have so many friends who are really good at math and also extremely good musicians, piano players. I was never good at either, but
Are you good at baking though? You're a good baker.
I like to bake. I'm not necessarily good at it,
This
but
gives you an answer.
Okay, here we go.
okay.
That 12 is more easily divisible than 10. So you can
Oh,
divide 12 into 2, 3, 4, and 6, whereas 10, only 2 and 5.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
but I'm going to
There's
look
something
too.
there.
There's something with the hand in Egypt. I'm telling you, Sean.
Is it a good
Mindy's
one, Mindy?
going to the next question while I look
She's
this
pausing.
up. Origin.
because I'm not really sure if it's a good
Oh,
one.
see, whenever it's one of those.
She's whelmed.
The first part is okay. When you come home from work or whatever, is the first thing you do remove your jacket or coat or wash your hands?
These are great questions.
But I don't like the second part because we've already discussed this. When you use the bathroom, do you 100% of the time wash your
No,
hands?
we're not going to get
Yeah,
into that.
we're not
gonna
gonna
get
get
into
into
that.
that.
Let's
Okay.
stick to
So
the
let's
first
talk
one.
about
Okay.
getting home.
You
Okay,
get home. So
okay.
this is good. You get home. What do they want to know? This is good.
Do
Well, in the
you
winter, yeah, the first thing
hang
I
up your
do
jacket
is
first or wash your hands first?
I take off my jacket
Yeah, no one
first.
would wash their hands.
I take off my jacket first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who washes their hands when they come home?
I don't. I mean, unless I've been somewhere dirty.
Are
Yeah.
you routine when you get home? Like, do you do the same
I go in
thing?
my basement door.
Do you
I
look at the furnace?
basement. I look at the furnace and I
Oh my
hang
gosh,
my
you're
jacket
kidding.
up, take
Do
my
you
shoes
really?
off, go upstairs. Yes, that's it.
What
I-
about Jet, though? Do you?
He usually finds out I'm home later on, so he doesn't know yet. I
Finds
sneak in the
out later
basement.
on.
'Cause
Is
he
he,
attacks
is he
me every time I-
somewhat deaf? Or
He's getting, yeah.
Okay,
But
yeah.
even when I was, he could hear well, he would always attack me whenever I come home. A joyous attack.
Yeah, of course.
So sometimes I don't want that. So I
Okay.
have to sneak in the basement.
Okay.
Now, what about you guys? Is it jacket, shoes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What, jacket?
Jacket, shoes.
Then shoes.
Yep.
And then what do you, I want to know what Nikki does. Jacket, shoes, then
Yeah.
what?
Then do you go talk to the birds?
Yeah, do you talk?
Yeah, I do.
You go right to the birds.
I jacket, shoes,
Birds.
or jacket, change the birds' food and water
Right away.
right away.
Mm-hmm.
Because if I don't, then that's what I have to do.
And why is sugar so mean? Or is it cinnamon?
I don't know why sugar's mean.
Yeah, sugar's mean, right?
Yeah.
Just a mean bird.
She's nice to me, though.
Yeah.
To other people,
What
or
if-
is she mean to to cinnamon?
She's mean to other people.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't change its food or anything. Show it. It's
Tough love.
Yes.
They have to eat.
There's a price to pay. I got the answer to the previous one. The 612 is attributed to Natural humans, because with the thumb acting as a pointer to count the 3 segments on each of the 4 fingers, resulting in a total of 12.
All right.
I'm telling you, essentially making a base 12. That's what ancient Egyptians did. With the thumb acting as a pointer to count the 3 segments on each of the 4 fingers. Where's there 3 segments on each of the...
1, 2,
oh,
3,
the segments!
4, 5,
1,
6,
2,
7,
3,
8,
4,
9,
5,
10,
6,
11,
7, 8,
12.
9.
What?
That's it.
That's
So
the
use
12.
your thumb and you point out the segments on your
Oh.
fingers and you get...
That's how they counted.
That's what the ancient
You know
Egyptians
what?
did.
Did you guys
That's why
just...
we have a 12-base system and 12 in a dozen. Because of this. Your
The
thumb doesn't
segments-
count. There's
Do-
12 segments to your fingers.
Did you guys just see that kid who was, maybe Sean did, the kid who can do the math in his head, and he's going like this, and he's like,
Maybe he's doing it.
Maybe
I think he probably is.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, he could do all these different equations in like 30 seconds. He could do math in his head.
Yeah,
And it was amazing.
Those things
Wow.
are amazing. I hate when you see that because you feel like such a loser.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, yeah.
When you look
I
at
know.
other
This
people's
kid was so
skills.
smart. He's like,
Yeah.
and you're like, oh my gosh. how
Look
does
what
he
you
do that?"
learned here. Not counting your thumb, you have 12 segments on your fingers. Isn't that
Okay.
nuts? And that's why we
That
have,
We didn't even think about that.
and that's why we have a dozen today. I did a wham cam on that like 20 years ago. I forgot.
Weird.
Never noticed.
Huh. I need to get my nails done.
Sean, are you, is your
Anyway.
mind blown?
Mindy, are you routine when
12
you get home?
segments to...
Yeah, pretty much. It's taking my jacket off, taking my shoes off, but then I also greet the dog, let the dog out so she can go to the bathroom, come back in, and then I always feel ravenous for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah,
I'm always really hungry.
Oh, very good. Sometimes I'll go jacket off right to the fridge before
yeah.
the shoes are even taken
Yeah.
off. I'm so hungry.
Yep.
And
It's crazy.
I walk in, take off shoes, jacket, and then I've got to get my dress clothes off the
Oh, yeah.
second I walk in the door. Like I
That's true. I
got
do
to get
that.
into something more
So
comfortable.
no one mentioned that yet. That's a good point.
Yeah.
Does that last for
Oh,
everybody?
I do that too.
Because I do not. These clothes are so uncomfortable, dress clothes. So I just.
But
can't
you
wait
never
to get
wear
them off.
anything else, though. You always are in a
Oh,
tie.
I forgot. I'm
He's
always
like
in
the
a
high
shirt
school
and tie.
principal. You only see him in that way.
Yeah.
So would you ever eat and snack like Mindy and me before you change
Not
your
until
clothes?
I get changed.
What?
Even though I'm so hungry when I get home sometimes, but I got to get it out of the dress clothes.
Ravenous. I love it. That is ravenous. I'm so
Yeah.
hungry.
Ravenous.
That was good.
Yeah.
All right, I'm digging.
Oh, he's digging deep.
digging.
I love it.
All right, let's see what we got. I think we are moving pretty quickly.
We're moving
I
quick.
feel-
I think
yeah.
we're going to cut
I'm proud
through a
of
lot
us.
of your
Well, a
questions,
lot
people.
quicker than with Mr. Rusty Fender.
Yes. Rusty, if you're listening, you talk too much.
But we loved
Whatever
it.
We love
happened
you.
to the Hawaiian punch guy Punchy? I don't know if I remember Punchy.
You
Is
don't
this
remember
before me?
Punchy?
You don't remember Punchy?
Are you too millennial? Huh.
Come on, you
Oh
Hawaiian
wait,
Punch.
from
It
the
was a-
Hawaiian punch, like on the ad.
Yeah,
He was a little
yeah, it's-
squat
Oh,
guy.
I thought
He-
this was a character
No,
here
no,
in the
he
morning
had a
show.
crown on.
Oh,
little
yeah, I
squat
definitely
guy.
remember him.
Sean is going to be on this. Uh-oh, you have the answer already?
Well, it was because he assault people.
So Sean,
That became frowned upon.
Political
Why we
correctness.
got rid of it.
Sean says he assaults people.
Say, "How
So
about a nice Hawaiian punch?"
And then he
someone
would
say,
punch
"Sure,
them."
I'll
And then
give
he'd
you
punch
the
them,
first."
and
Isn't that funny how though we thought nothing of that growing
Yeah,
up? Like
no.
no one thought that
No,
was violent.
yeah.
It was just funny. But you're right. Now you can take that too literally and like,
Guess you
why is he
can't do that
punching
now.
people?
he's gone, canceled.
Did you type in what happened to Punchy or? Is that
No,
the-
I mean, I'm assuming. That,
Yeah, but when did that happen? I miss Punchy now that you bring that up.
Poor Punchy.
was he a cousin of the Kool-Aid Man?
So Kool-Aid Man, he didn't
He
punch
didn't
anyone. He
hit
just
anybody.
broke through walls.
He just broke through,
Yeah.
but that was pretty violent. He's destructive. Yeah, vandalism. Lots of
just
vandalism.
He's a vandal. All right, Nikki, you're up.
All right.
What happened to Punchy? Or when did Punchy leave? What happened to Punchy?
I still like Hawaiian Punch though. I like
Yeah,
the
do
red,
you?
the red kind. It's
This
good.
handwritten question.
I mean, it's too sugary for me,
In the
obviously.
Rocky movie, Punchy. Oh, there was a Rocky Punchy too?
I don't
I
know.
don't know.
This is anonymous from
Wait,
a
is this
WNEP
handwritten?
coworker.
Oh, you got that?
I think
saw
Joe
that.
knows where.
No, that's not me,
No?
but that counts.
If you were a spice, what would you be and why?
Oh my gosh, this is like Barbara Walters.
It's-
If
it's
you were a
chea-
tree,
Yeah, it's a
what kind of
little
tree would you
cheesy,
be?
But let's try.
guess
at least with
we'll-
this.
Who's the handwriting? Who did this?
It's not mine. You can see.
Let me see.
Why spice though? Why can't it be if you were a food?
Forensics on this.
Huh? We need
Why can't it
forensics.
be if you were a food?
Is this
why are we going
APAL?
spice?
If you
No.
were-
Not a pal.
It's not pal.
No, it's not APAL. He wouldn't do this.
No. Just says WNEP
Well,
coworker.
Nikki, give it a try though. I don't know if we want to do this.
I would
but
be a spice. I mean, maybe sugar because I have such a sweet tooth.
Okay, and
no,
you
it's
have a
personality, I think.
yeah.
What would
well,
others say?
and she's
Sometimes you
sweet
have to look
too.
outside.
Because
Yeah.
I'm sweet.
I think you are a sweet person,
Yeah.
so I think
Yeah.
you would
I think
definitely
that
be
would
sugar.
work.
Okay.
Yeah, that could be.
And that would be like a California Reaper hot pepper.
Hot pepper.
Don't you think?
Okay.
Something spicy.
Something like real over the top, too much for some people. Other
Could
people
be.
like it. Other people hate it. That kind
Right, that could be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
of. Mindy, what I see Mindy. This is good. This
I
is.
think it'd be like turmeric or something. I don't know.
I was thinking Mindy was going to be one, like something you don't think of that often.
Turmeric's perfect because I don't even know what it is,
Yes.
but it seems
It
high
sounds
class.
fancy.
Yeah, it sounds
Good
fancy.
for you. It's good for you.
She's turmeric.
Yeah.
She's doing it.
Turmeric.
Now we have to solve John.
Now
This is-
mine, I
wait,
think
wait.
the average person would think John would just be something very bland.
Oh.
Yeah, but it's a spice.
Yeah.
Something that's very bland, but I mean this and go, but very essential.
Maybe basil.
That could be
Is
basil.
basil essential?
Parsley,
What is something everybody
Parsley,
uses?
maybe.
What's a spice?
Well,
everybody
like everybody uses.
oregano.
Yeah, oregano.
all the time on everything,
Yeah.
and it's just great.
Use it all the time.
and everyone
Salt?
loves it.
Be salt.
I don't want to be
Pepper?
He
salty.
doesn't want
Oh.
to be. He's not salty.
I don't want to be
He's
unhealthy.
not salty. No, he's
Oh,
not
okay.
salty.
All right.
We'll go oregano.
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 Everyone
Sounds good.
uses it.
I think we nailed that
I
one.
think we
it
did
was
well.
very
Yeah,
accurate too.
It's true.
I don't know who
Definitely.
submitted the question.
handwritten.
I know.
Yeah.
We need to watch these coworkers.
I know.
There's
We
no
need a
rules to brown
camera.
bag,
We need a
so-
camera on the brown bag to see who's coming over.
We have to have Fred and Phil with security guard
Yeah.
the brown bag.
Yeah.
Yes. Wait. Didn't Phil get laid off? No. Or was that
Still
Fred?
working on spicy.
We don't know. We don't
Okay.
ask, Mindy.
Punchy,
All right.
here we go. Punchy.
This is Punchy's new
Punchy has a new look.
He doesn't punch anymore now.
Can we show this camera up there?
Does he go around just giving hugs or something?
Nice little
Appropriate.
taps.
Appropriate hugs.
Good?
A little closer.
We're putting this on YouTube, by the way. You can watch our podcast on YouTube.
Okay.
And WNEP
Yeah, so
Plus.
there he is now, and WNEP Plus. What do you guys think? He looks kind of the same to me.
Oh, he went away.
Screen
Oh,
went
yeah.
away.
No. Yeah, he looks kind of the same. He just has more of a friendly look. The other
I'm
guy
glad
was
we thought of
meaner.
Punchy this morning.
I'm wondering when he
Just
left.
no more
though.
punching.
We need a year,
He
Sean.
doesn't punch. He doesn't punch anymore, and now he has the hang 10.
Oh,
that's
that's right. I've
right.
seen that. Yep.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Could you get us the year, please? That's it. That would be the last request. When he left.
That was, well, he still exists, but in 2011.
Whoa,
is
the
when they
computer's
switched.
gone.
2011. 2011 is when political correctness started. All you have to do is click on the.
Someone took control of our computer.
Oh well. Hey,
Oh.
See, we have a unique background. We can see
Okay.
CPU usage.
Doing work on this?
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Hey, brown baggers.
Thanks.
I was
Engineering.
Well, maybe we'll
We
find
don't know
out
what's
some.
going to pop up on
Yeah,
there.
Maybe
we
there'll
gotta
be
dig that
personal
out.
information. We could find something
Yeah,
out.
that's what I'm wondering. Is this going to be seen to all the world? All right. Hey, brown baggers. I was reading my son a book last night before bed. It was about the planets. I learned that Saturn has the lightest, and Saturn is the lightest and can actually float in water. My question is, how on earth did they weigh Saturn to find that out? Oh, that's Travis.
Oh.
Travis.
Do we want to
He
do
has
Travis
kids.
one? I guess so.
What? We knew he had a wife. We didn't know he had kids, did we? I want to know more
I
about
don't
Travis
remember when
now.
He was here as a guest. Did we get into his personal life?
Yeah,
much.
we talked
His
about
job and
his
stuff.
job and that he's married.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We know
Wait, is
the
Saturn really that light?
So we know the size
Well,
of
it's
Saturn.
gaseous, right?
Yeah, it's gaseous. So
Yeah.
we know the size of Saturn.
Okay.
And we know its mass because you know how it orbits the sun, and it takes a certain mass to stay at that orbit. So if you have its mass and you have its size, you have its density. There's a hard, rocky core on Saturn. Very hard, very dense. But Mindy's right. Most of what you see is just all gas. So technically, its density is less than water. So it would float in water, but you're never going to get that.
But it's never going to happen.
It's never going to happen.
I just had some sort of flashbacks from I don't know if it was chemistry class
Okay,
or
here we
Oh
go.
boy.
just of different formulas of trying to figure out mass and density.
Give
and
us our. Give us our.
No, I can't remember anything.
Give us Avogadro's number. Come on.
I don't have Avogadro's number.
Sorry.
That's been wiped
It
clean.
was there.
It was
Wiped
It was there at
clean.
one point, but all that is gone out.
6.023 times 10 to the 23rd.
I can't even.
All right, Mindy, give us a pick.
Oh, I have to pick. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
it's your turn. Are you going to dig deep?
I'm digging deep.
She's digging.
I'm going down to the bottom.
Whoa.
I can almost touch the bottom. All right.
Oh,
Do you know this one?
no, but it looks like an oldie. It's all ripped. And
Yes.
you went to the bottom. This is like a sediment at the bottom of your coffee.
Huh.
I still miss Punchy. 2011 is when that
Double zippers have got to go. My new life mission Has any good ever come from these? They always seem to inadvertently zip up from below, causing unnecessary wardrobe malfunctions. One zipper is just fine. Enough already.
I agree.
Yeah,
Where
those things are a waste.
Yeah.
Joe,
You
did you
do
put this
agree.
one in here?
I don't remember. Let me see. What does it say?
I don't
it's
know.
from
It doesn't
me?
say it's
I have
from
the
you.
same feelings, though.
I like a double zipper on like a suitcase. Like
No.
where it zips.
Oh.
Is that
Yeah.
what we're talking about?
Clothes. No.
It's
No,
from
like on
clothes.
clothes. Like on
There's-
a,
do you
on
ever
a-
get a jacket with a double zipper? What is the purpose of that? They're the
I don't know if I
worst.
have.
Maybe your ski jacket might have.
Yeah. So when would you ever want you
To zip up from the bottom.
Yeah. when-
Yeah.
Then you could. Are there two zippers?
There's
Yes.
two zippers, so
And
you
it's
can
always
zip
a-
up the top
It's
one.
always a problem
It always
when
is a
you're trying to
problem.
start it.
Yeah.
So what good comes out of a double zipper?
What would you need to
On a
zip-
clothes item I'm talking about.
Yeah, I don't know.
You know, like if it's midway, you can unzip it down.
Maybe if the outside one gets stuck, then you still
It's
have
a
the
backup?
inside one.
It's a
As the backup, you just like stick your arms in like this and like.
Too much.
Yeah, they're not necessary.
No.
No, double zippers should be banned.
No, you're right.
No,
Whoever
I'm
this
saying,
person
like, on
is.
a bag, I like it when you can zip up and
Yeah,
meet
I
in the
like
middle.
that
Yeah.
too.
So now you bring that up. I love the double zippers on all bags.
Yeah.
Because I have a lot of biking
Instead of having to
stuff.
go
You don't
all
wanna
the
go
way
all the way
around.
It's
around.
necessary on a bag.
Mm-hmm.
Someone probably carried it from the bag to the clothes
And thought, oh, this
and
is a
thought
good
it would be
idea.
such a good
It's
idea,
not.
and I don't see any
No.
application at all.
No.
What about on your privates, like the fly area? Could you see a
just
double?
one.
Would you like to zip up?
I don't think
Because
that's
then there would just be a
necessary.
hole.
No.
I
If
just
you
want
zip down, that's
elastic
too
bands on
dangerous.
everything.
That's too dangerous.
Just
That would
have
be
one
Yeah.
easier.
zipper.
Just zip up,
Just whoosh, whoosh.
and then there'd be a hole there.
Yeah,
You don't have to undo your belt.
just one.
I'm trying to get him in.
I know.
I can't reel him in. Try to reel him in, but I couldn't reel him in.
All
Folks,
right.
He's shaking his head. He looks
Francine
uncomfortable.
wants to know, hey, brown baggers, what's with all the recent marketing of full body deodorant? My whole life it
noticed
was
that.
just armpits. Now
I've
we have to
noticed it.
deodorize everything. Seems like someone made this up to sell more deodorant.
Probably true.
She has a point. There's ads
Why
for
is this
deodorizing
happening
everything.
now?
I noticed that too.
A
Yeah.
few years ago, I had a good girlfriend who mentioned to me, I won't mention names. You might know this person, but I won't mention names. She used deodorant, just like the stick deodorant in other places, she was telling me. And I was like, that's interesting. So maybe people were doing that, and then the deodorant people said, hey, this is a great way to market our deodorant. We'll create this product.
What did she be specific?
I don't think we have to be specific.
Don't make me laugh because then I'll cough.
So, okay, let's say you rub deodorant on your feet.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, like for
Is that-
example,
for example.
the inside of your knees, maybe, the knee pits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you rub it on your feet and you wear sneakers without socks all day, is that going to make a difference, I wonder?
Probably.
Okay.
Could.
But why? But shouldn't we just go back to the time when we were all just natural? We had our natural musk.
It's funny, I was watching a show on people who lived during, the 1700s, and everyone just stunk.
And they
Yeah.
wouldn't even have thought anything of it,
And the
right?
ladies were asked to stink to repel all the men. Did you know that? Yes. It was a practice to stay a little smelly to keep all the creepers away. And that was considered...
Did it work?
Yes. And it was considered acceptable. Because you ladies know there's a lot of creepers out there in the world.
Oh, yeah.
So if you stink, they're not going to come near you. And it was acceptable. Ladies should stink. Because she doesn't want any creepers around.
Interesting.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
But back to this thing. What is that brand we're thinking of that they sell?
Well, now
There's
a bunch
lots.
of brands are
What's the
doing
one-
it.
there's
Some of the
Lumi.
commercials are a little awkward.
Lumi?
Yeah, Lumi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lumi.
Well, that
And
was
they're-
one of the first internet type ones.
But they're racy, and there's a woman talking about how she
Oh,
puts
yeah.
it all over, and I'm like, whoa, when did this happen?
Yeah.
There was one ad. She was sitting on the toilet.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Like, this is just
Well,
happening.
that's another thing that there's a lot more that's allowed on ads now.
Right.
that
Right.
were-
And
would
even
have been
during the
just
morning
unspoken.
show, we noticed that we're like, what?
Yeah.
That's an ad during our morning show? There's children watching.
Weird. So,
Yeah.
and we're all victims of society. Whether you could smell here or smell there, or ladies shave your armpits, why do you do that? Why
Right.
would I do that?
We shouldn't do that.
We're all just social idiots.
True.
Following the rules.
Following the rules.
Following-
Let your armpit hairs grow.
I don't think I would.
And then my wife said that to me on vacation when I was on the cruise. Why don't you shave your armpits? And I'm like, gross. I said, that's girly. Now, why would I say that? That's not girly.
Society
These are
has
made up-
Put it in your
brainwashed
head.
you.
Yeah, society
Yes.
put that in my head.
Right.
There's nothing girly about it.
Yeah, you can shave everything
I
if
can
you
shave
want.
everything.
Yeah. Some
We're all
people
just
do.
social zombies.
Yep.
You know, I hate myself.
Happy Valentine's Day.
So true.
You rub Lumi. You know what? Rub Lumi wherever you want.
There
Put
you
it all
go.
over your whole body. Your
We
ears,
have a lot
your
of
back.
variety today.
We do.
Kind of random.
Where did that girl say she put the Lumi or whatever?
I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to say.
Hey, gang. I know a guy who gets 2 new pillows at Boscov's each month. I think it's nuts. How often do you guys change your pillows?
2 new pillows at Boscov's?
If Sean is naturally laughing, you know this is good. So wait a minute. Stop right there.
2 new pillows a month?
A month?
At Boscov's.
Well, maybe they have pillows. Don't they have pillows for like $5.99 or something?
Yeah, I'm sure.
I
Go
can
to the
honestly
clearance
say
section.
I probably have had the same pillow for 50 years of my life.
I love my pillow.
Yeah, I love my
I love
pillows.
And I
it.
too.
can't
Dude,
imagine
that's
changing
a
it.
lie. No one gets 2 new pillows a
2
month.
new pillows a month.
What happens to the old pillows?
They should just invest in a really good pillow so they won't have to get 2 new pillows a month.
Picture 2 dozen. That's counting twice on your hands. Those pillows in a year.
And what do you do with the old ones?
Wait, let me count on my little segments. 1, 2, 3, 4, 12.
Oh, he's counting on his segments.
Well,
Oh,
that's
dear.
what we learned in the beginning.
We did learn.
24 pillows a year?
Wow.
If they're $5 a pillow, that's $100 a year on pillows. Buy a $60 pillow that you'll have for 10 years.
Yeah.
Right. Maybe this person has a dog that destroys. I mean, because I have a puppy right now, and she likes to tear things apart. So she doesn't tear apart pillows, but she tears apart all stuffed animals.
Well,
So.
this is worth a little pillow talk. Mindy, what's your pillow situation? Do you have a favorite pillow?
Oh
Are you
yeah, I have a
pillow-
favorite pillow, and my husband has his favorite pillow.
right.
And if they accidentally get switched up, there's
We're that way
all
too.
chaos,
It
man.
has to be the right
I'm
pillow.
the
I'm
same
like,
way.
you
Yeah.
have my pillow, you have to give it back now,
But
and
you-
I can't deal with
Do you
his
feel
pillow.
like it's old after a while or no? Because I don't.
I don't know. I've had my pillow for quite a while.
Yeah.
I mean, I
don't feel
changed the
like-
pillowcase.
Yeah, but the pillows don't get old.
I don't think so.
They
Well,
probably
especially
do.
now, a
but
lot of the pillows. I mean,
they're not
mine's-
feathers anymore.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like a synthetic material or whatever it is. I
Right.
guess
I told you
it's
guys that-
funny. I used to make fun of my dad because everywhere if we went
He had to
somewhere
take
out of
his
He would
town,
take
he had
his
to take
pillow.
his pillow, and
Yeah.
I'm like, Dad, you don't have to bring a pillow. They'll have pillows at the hotel. He said, I don't sleep well without my pillow, and I'm almost to that point where I got to bring
There's
my
a
pillow
certain
with me.
age, man, where you just start realizing you need
I
your
love
pillow.
that pillow.
Did
Yep.
you guys ever try the My Pillow Mike Lindell, even though the guy's off his rocker?
I've
think-
heard it's good. My
No,
parents
they're
have
not.
it.
No,
They're
I was
not?
just gonna
I
say,
don't
so-
think they are.
So my wife got my mother-in-law, this is 7-8 years ago, the My Pillow for a joke, I think, and she thought it was funny. Haha, she didn't like it. Guess where it ends up? Me. I can't live without
Really?
the My Pillow Mike.
Really?
Lindell pillow.
Even though when you picture those weird ads with the
The guy's
mustache and the
nuts.
gold
He's
chains.
off the rocker.
Yeah.
But you like it.
So we had 3 of them because someone else got a gag gift, and I took one apart, and inside it was all looks like the foam in a car seat, like an old abandoned car if you ever see in the woods, and it's got all that yellow foam in there.
Oh, yeah.
That's what was in the pillow, and it's all jagged in all different shapes.
That's the secret.
That's the secret. It's just like car foam broken up into random pieces, and it's lumpy. Most people look at that and say, what?
Yeah.
The lumpiness is those pieces. So you squeeze them and it stays in that shape. And it has the perfect texture for my head. I can't live without my
That's
Mike
so funny
Lindell
that you
pillow.
say that. Years ago, I
So-
stayed over at my parents' house, and they gave me a pillow to use, and I said, I can't sleep on this pillow. It's so uncomfortable. And my dad said, oh, it's that My Pillow that we ordered, and neither of us like it. So that's the one
Everyone's
you
been
get.
rejecting it, and then
But
so
I
what
know some other people that love.
Yeah,
their
my
My Pillow.
parents both loved it and
Oh,
said it was
wow.
great.
Maybe
yeah.
it's just me.
No.
Yeah.
What didn't you like about it?
It was really thick and like really foamy in that.
That's those car.
And it was, yeah, I like
seat
a more
parts.
thin pillow.
No, I hate thin pillows.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. I don't like a thin pillow.
That's why you need a thin pillow.
Yeah. Maybe that's why I didn't like it.
Do you get 2 a month?
at the Boss Cops.
at the Boscovs.
The Boss Cops. Wow.
We should maybe just hang out at the Boscovs and see who buys the pillows just to see who this is.
We could send Coupon Carrie. She could keep an eye on
Yes.
who's buying what at the Boscovs.
She could do recon for us in the pillow section.
This is all good news. So did we go through? We want to quit now, or what are we going to do? I think we're how far in now? Are we, Sean? Was in time here? He's got to go.
I feel like we should do one more.
One more.
Well, let's count 12 on our fingers to see if you can do it in 12 seconds or less. I'm counting, so we don't have to count it aloud. It's your turn to pick, though, right? Because you started.
Oh, I don't know.
It's
Is it?
your turn to
Oh,
pick.
yeah, I thought it was
you
yours.
wrap it up.
I'm
He's still
Stop
counting.
He's
on
still
your
counting.
fingers.
I think this is how I'm going to count from now on.
7, 8, 9. I'm telling you,
It's actually
li-
really easy.
Actually, you know
It's
what? I've seen
life-altering.
older people do that.
It's
Yeah.
life
Now that I think
altering.
about
Thank
it.
Agent
As
Egypt.
opposed to doing this, as opposed to
Yeah.
this, where you're
Yes.
moving each finger. I'm doing this from
You
now
have
on.
12 segments on your
Wow.
hands. This is why we
The
have...
people who aren't watching this on YouTube or WNEP Plus are really missing out.
Look at your
'Cause
fingers,
you
and
have
you're going to
look
see
at your
3
fingers.
segments.
You're going to
Yeah.
see 3
Never knew.
But also, this is why we have a clock that has 12 hours and 24
Oh,
hours.
yeah.
And it's every part of your life because of the 12 segments in your hands.
We
It's
get deep
unbelievable.
on this podcast.
Oh my
All right.
gosh, yeah.
When
Oh boy,
Uh-oh.
Is it a bad one?
he sighed.
Robert Frinsk from Plymouth, when at the urinal it starts. Should I
Oh.
continue?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, it always ends up in the bathroom.
It always does.
This only applies to, I guess, John and me.
Ask another one.
Do you aim directly at the urinal cake or away from it?
It can apply
My
to us
friend
too.
Bob aims away, and I was totally surprised. Does it say something about your personality?
It probably does say something about your personality. Not that we can really.
I can honestly say I have no preference. I never paid attention. I don't know about you.
It just depends on the time. Sometimes
you
I aim,
you-
sometimes I don't.
Sometimes you aim for the cake?
Sometimes I don't. Each urinal's different.
That's
you do
like
what you
passive
do.
aggressive.
The splash factor really
The
helps
splash
with it, but
factor?
Splash factor
if
is
you're
definitely
taking
big.
it splashy, then you aim away.
Yeah, but what are you aiming at the cake for? That's passive aggressive. You're trying to destroy it? You think it's like a target?
I don't know.
Mindy,
happens.
let's end
I don't
this
know,
with
Nikki,
you.
but I'm feeling very left out of this
Left out.
conversation.
One more,
Yeah.
one more,
Mindy,
one
make
more.
it a quick one.
Okay.
Can't add to this conversation.
Can I
1,
make
2,
it quick
3,
and good?
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
We're just gonna count all day
Isn't
long.
that amazing?
It is amazing.
She sighed.
The phrase "red sky at night, sailor's
we got
delight."
that last week.
Red sky in the
Oh, we got that
morning,
last week.
Sailor's
Yeah,
morning.
doesn't count. Pick another one.
All right. Did we really get it last week?
I don't remember.
I don't remember.
That is true, though.
It is true. Joe, this is Jim. I'm a fellow that sent you the yellow bag for your rubber chickens and the steam iron on the steam engine. I have an idea for men's Valentine's Day.
Say this is meant to be. Here we
I
go.
suggest posting a dartboard with William Cadbury's picture on it. Have them set up the men's
must have just seen the
bars,
wham
batting cages, and axe throwing venues. Time to show this bogus holiday what it's like for its 160-year-old marketing ploy.
Oh.
So a little picture.
So that's a nice way.
You said that Mr. Cadbury
Mr.
is the one who
Cadbury's-
created the heart
The
shaped.
Cadbury guy, he's the one who decided to associate chocolates with Valentine's Day. So
Right.
because of one guy's marketing ploy in the 1800s, we're still doing this today.
I would say the guy's brilliant.
Yep. Joe, what are you doing after work today?
Well, you got to go to the store.
Yeah.
Got to get a card.
Yep.
Chocolates covered strawberries.
Yeah, me
Ooh,
too.
Maybe
yum.
a flower.
Thanks to this guy.
Yep.
It's all his fault.
Yep.
Thanks,
now we
buddy.
know why we have a 12-base clock, dozen, and guys like John and I buy chocolate every year for
We learn a lot in this
Valentine's.
podcast.
You're doomed.
Let's do a countdown.
All right.
12,
10
11.
or 11.
10,
I'm tired.
9,
It's Friday tired.
7,
7,
6,
6,
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All my finger joints are used up. It must be over.
Bye.
Bye.
Curiosity. What are you so curious about? Everything, Mr. Curiosity.